What's going on, guys? This is Crozen and welcome to the Lucky Hitter Unarmed Build. So this build was recommended to me by one of you and I thought it would make it to where it is one of the unique Unarmed Brawler builds on YouTube, since I know there are quite a few out there, but I doubt any of them are actually using luck combined with unarmed. So what I mean by that is with this build you can have better criticals, you can also save your criticals for later in VATS, and you can have the mysterious stranger appear to help you while you are in VATS. So it is a very highly VATS oriented build, but I did not want to make this one-dimensional to where you had to use VATS all the time. That would be kind of boring, right? So what I kind of did was I made it to where you can use VATS, but you can also run in and go balls out just like you see me doing here. And I actually almost died, by the way, but it's still a very viable way to play, whether you want to use VATS or you don't. So some of you might be wondering why I am releasing another video so soon. Well, the majority of the reason is because I got midterms coming up in about a week or so. So that is probably why I thought maybe I should just release another video now. That way you guys have something to watch later, since I might be a little busy. So, but anyways, going back to this video and back to this guide, this is how you want your stats to look like in creation. And there's actually quite a few things to talk about as far as the perks goes. So let's get right into it, shall we? Alright, so here we are in the perk chart, and one of the most important things that you guys should know is all the bobbleheads have been accounted for, and you definitely should put that extra book point in strength. That way you're going to start out with 7 strength once you hit sanctuary, and then also later on in the game you're going to have to put an added point into strength and also luck so we can get those respective perks. Also, I highly suggest that you get that agility bobblehead early, like before level 5. Make it one of your main objectives to get that. That way you can access the blitz perk very early in the game. That's when it's going to be most useful to you, since we don't have ranged and we're not going to have a lot of perks needed to go on and complete this build. So as you see, I am showcasing this at level 45. Now it doesn't cap at 45, but I thought this was a nice level to just showcase the build and see all the perks I got up to this point. But with this build, it's how you start rather than how you finish. So you're going to have to manage your perks really well early on in the game. And I'll kind of walk you through that a little bit and show you what I kind of did, and we can go on from there. So once you hit level 2, you want to get this 7th perk. This will allow you to do a lot more. This will allow you to receive a lot more experience, and it'll make it to where you're going to be enjoying leveling because you're going to be leveling a lot faster. As you see, we're not having a high intelligence with this build, so if I didn't get that perk, we'd be leveling really slow and it would just be really boring, and I didn't want to have that happen. So 7th perk, definitely want to get that level 2. Then from there you can go on and get the Iron Fist, and then also get the Life Giver perk early, and then like I stated in the beginning, also the Blitz perk. Those are like the main ones that you're going to want to focus on. And then from there you can start working on some of your secondary perks like Armorer and Locksmith, and then you can pretty much just fill out this whole build as you see here. Now once you hit around level 15 to 20-ish, that's when you want to start looking for that strength bobblehead, and you want to add an extra point into strength so you can access the rooted perk. Now what the rooted perk will do is basically you want to stand still right before you go into VATS, and what that'll do is it'll make you have 50% more damage with all of your unarmed attacks, and it will give you a little nice damage resistance boost as well. So it really makes VATS efficient to use with this build. But like I said in the very beginning of this video, I didn't want to make this to where you're going to be using VATS all the time. So the opposite of rooted and VATS is actually moving target. This is where you can sprint at your enemies and basically just club them with one of your weapons or even with your fist. So what this will do is it'll make you have 50% more damage and energy resistance, and it'll make sprinting cost a lot fewer action points, so you can spend those for power attacks with your fist. Now also around level 15 to 20-ish, that's when you want to put an extra point into luck, and that's when you want to start getting the better criticals and the critical banker perk, and that way you fill out some of these luck perks that we're going to need. Now some of you may be wondering why I am even using luck with an unarmed build, but I kind of based it off this last rank in Iron Fist. where it says criticals and VATS will paralyze your opponent. So when you think about it, we're going to have a lot of criticals saved up, and we're able to do a lot more damage with our criticals. So if you ever run into any sticky situation, you can go into VATS and basically paralyze like 3 different opponents, and it just makes for a lot funner of a build, and it's very enjoyable to paralyze all them opponents, I'm just saying. But that is really it, guys. I hope that I explained this well enough. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you want to see any other kind of build for the future, also let me know. And if I'm not available in like a week or so, then you kind of know I'm kind of busy with midterms. But I will see you guys soon, and peace out.